Morning to you all, good morning. It's Friday, or perhaps I should say Vendredi, the 14th of September 2018, and well, we're going to have a little walk around the estate and see, do you think I could get Ken to come and advise me on what to do with this tree? I think I know the advice. It needed water. It needed water all year round, and it hasn't had any. I've just been talking to Alain, who lives there, and he was saying that it's been very, very dry this year. And we can see that as we look at the ground. The ground is cracking, but I've got a very important job to do today. I have never, despite being how old I am, I have never made wine. I have never owned a grapevine that grows grapes. And this particular vine hasn't been looked after for years. It's got grapes on it, and what we're going to do next, I'll get stuck in and we will cut these wonderful grapes, and then, well, we will see what they turn into. Very much an experiment. I have no expectation of it being a great vintage. And I see that the birds have been eating quite a few. Well, good luck to them, they need to eat too. But I'm going to cut and harvest the grapes, and let's see how many we get. Well, if you've got shares in the Californian wine industry, I recommend that you sell them quick before they hear that the Faber Farm and Glassworks is going to be a stiff competition for them. Maybe. Looking at the stems that are still on the vine, the birds have had an absolute field day with these. That's something to do with me not being here, I guess. So, I don't know. As I say, I've never made wine before, never grown grapes before. So the next trick is to give them a little wash and then get them off the stems. Have you ever heard Ken say how he suffers with ADHD or AD, whatever it is? Yeah, know about that sort of thing. I'm going to take a quick break from grape picking. We're going to make a little bit of sense out of some of the things that we've got lying about in the barn, all of this plumbing. Now, you may remember last time I came, I bought a cord de chasse, which doesn't work. Now, there's a reason it doesn't work. One of these pipes is what we might call occluded. So I'm going to, while I'm just having a little break and a cup of tea, I'm going to do something horribly drastic to this. Now, I'm supposed to be safety conscious, so I'm not going to wear a welding helmet. I'll wear a soldering helmet while I do this. It's a little bit like one of those puzzles where you've got all the rings and you have to sort of get them to join up and unjoin and things like that. And one of the rings has been badly soldered and is full of solder. So I think with a little bit of heat, courtesy of some camping gas that I've just been and bought a jobby thing from the shop, I think we should be able to cure that particular problem and then think about gluing it all back together. That's the offending joint, this one here, and I've put a wire through both ends, and that is just filled. So you never get this thing to play while that's plugged with solder. So I've rigged it in the vise, in the bench, and we'll have a go at pulling that apart. Well, that came apart easily enough, but the blockage seems to be in here somewhere. So I'm going to have to think about that and find a piece of wire to push up it and see if I can locate it. Well, that was easy-ish. With it all apart, I rodded and poked and pushed a wire up and down it, and I've cleared the blockage. All of the pipes are now clear. However, what I haven't got here with me today is some nice solder to put it all back together again. So that will have to wait for another day. But meantime, it's lunchtime and then we've got some wine to make. Well, it's not that much, but you know, we'll do it. We'll do it because it would be wrong not to. Although when I went shopping this morning, I saw that at the moment there's a mega sale on wine, and it begs the question how much effort you really want to put into making a bottle. But these are my grapes grown on my vine. I'm going to make wine if it, well, no, not if it kills me, but you know what I mean. Now you might wonder where I am sat watching things like that. Well, I'm sat in the doorway of my barn. Isn't that wonderful? Now I'm just drinking tea, thinking about what should I do next. And there are little things that I'm looking at that worry me. That's the underneath of the mezzanine that is going to be my office and craft room and what have you. And the floor is flooring grade chipboard. But I'm not really sure that I want to be walking about on boards that are only supported by the tongue and groove at the end of the panel. So I think that's going to receive some attention once I've drunk my tea, of course. Well, look at this glorious sunshine. This is the Place Verdun, in effect the town square in Azay le Ferron. It's a Friday afternoon, and on a Friday afternoon a couple of market traders come along and sell their produce. Well, three actually. That's something to remember. But I'm just having a little leg stretch after dinner, and nowhere better than just to sit quietly for a little while in the church, I think anyway, I don't know. There's the chateau resplendent in its, well, all its glory. There's things to see in every church, and over the next few weeks, months, years, we shall look closely at many things in here. And I was just looking at those heads. I wonder what that one was. Looks like it was a cat or something, doesn't it?